Have you ever had one of those days where everything just goes wrong? For Daniel, this wasn't just a bad day. It was the day his world fell apart. He'd just lost his job, the one he'd poured his heart and soul into. The future he had so carefully planned suddenly vanished, replaced by a giant, terrifying question mark. As evening fell, so did the rain, mirroring the storm inside him. He sat alone at a bus stop, drenched and defeated, feeling completely and utterly lost. Just as he was sinking into despair, a quiet voice cut through the sound of the rain. Rough day. An older man, a complete stranger, was sitting nearby. He had a kind face, etched with the lines of a life lived. Daniel, with nothing left to lose, just nodded. He found himself sharing his story, the job loss, the fear, the uncertainty. The stranger didn't offer empty platitudes. He just listened, really listened. When Daniel finished, the man smiled gently. "You know," he said, "sometimes the worst days are just doorways to the biggest turning points. It feels like the end, but it might just be the start of something better. Don't you give up yet." Before his bus arrived, the stranger did something small but profound. He handed Daniel a crisp $20 bill. "For your fare and a warm coffee," he said. "Keep your head up." And just like that, he was gone, disappearing into the evening crowd. The whole thing lasted maybe 5 minutes. Those simple words, "Don't you give up yet," echoed in Daniel's mind. That small act of kindness was a tiny flicker of light in his overwhelming darkness. It was enough. Instead of surrendering to despair, Daniel chose to fight. He used that $20 not just for the bus, but to buy a coffee the next morning and start his job search with renewed determination. It wasn't easy. There were more rejections, more doors slammed shut. But he remembered the stranger's words and kept going. Slowly, painstakingly, things began to change. He found a temporary gig, which led to a better one, and eventually he discovered a passion he never knew he had. He built a new career, one that was more fulfilling than he could have ever imagined. His life got back on track, better and stronger than before. But through all his success, he never forgot the man at the bus stop. Years passed. Daniel was now successful, happy, and secure. Yet, a question lingered in his heart. Who was that man? He became obsessed with finding the stranger who had unknowingly saved him. He revisited that same bus stop, asked around local shops, and scoured community forums, armed with only a vague memory of a kind face. It felt like searching for a ghost. Many told him to let it go, that it was a moment in time, nothing more. But for Daniel, it was everything. One afternoon, through a stroke of pure chance, he saw him. The man was older now, a little grayer, sitting on a park bench, reading a newspaper. It was him. Daniel's heart pounded as he approached. He took a deep breath and said, "Excuse me, ... You probably don't remember me." The man looked up, a little confused. Daniel continued, "Years ago, on a rainy night at that bus stop over there, you spoke to me? I had just lost my job, and I was ready to give up on everything." He recounted the entire story, the conversation, the $20, the words of encouragement. The stranger's eyes widened in disbelief. He vaguely remembered the rainy night, but had long forgotten the brief encounter. "It was just a few words," the man said, completely stunned. "I didn't do anything." "No," Daniel insisted, his voice thick with emotion. "You did everything. You showed a stranger compassion when he needed it most. You gave me hope. That moment, which was so small to you, changed the entire course of my life." In that moment, both men understood something profound. The stranger realized that a simple, almost forgotten act of kindness had rippled out in ways he could never have predicted. And Daniel finally had the chance to say thank you. This story is a powerful reminder that we often have no idea the impact we have on others. A kind word, a listening ear, a small gesture, these things are never truly small. They can be the lifeline someone is desperately searching for. You never know when your 5 minutes of compassion can change someone's entire future. So, be kind. It costs nothing, but it might just be worth everything. Thanks for watching.